I've been having a lot of fun making my little notebooks like this one. I've made a lot. I made all of these. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. I have 15. I'm just hyper fixating on making these little books. So I have enough for a year because it's one per month, and then I want to make enough to finish off this year as well. So I really like my little books. It's craft paper and then very faint grid paper, and then I staple it together and cut it. But this is what I've been doing like every day. Other than making books and stickers, I've been reading a ton. I finished Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I really liked this. This was really fun. It's not the easiest YA book. Like, it's not an easy read. And the margins are really small. Like, this is a long book. So this was 470 pages, and I finished this. Really liked it. And I'll talk about it later in my review, but I bought the second book. This book is 600 pages. It's a really long book. And I decided that I want to finish the series. Like, I started it this month and I want to finish it this month. So I'm going to finish this in 2 more days. I'm going to finish this in 4 days total. So I'm reading 150 pages a day. So I'm like reading and reading and reading. And then I just bought the third one today, but this one I'm not liking as much as the first. It's still good and exciting. This is the kind of book where you read and then when you put it down, you're like, oh, like it was work, kind of. It's not a book where I've read 100 pages and I'm like, oh my gosh, those 100 pages went by like super fast. It's not that kind of book. Like, I'll read and read and then I'll be like, okay, how many more pages do I have for my goal? And what makes it difficult is that you have 2 timelines and both characters, trying to say this without spoiling things, they're very similar. They're both female, have the same powers, and there are characters in both timelines that are in both timelines. So when I'm reading, I'll be like, wait a second, who are we following right now? Because they're similar. Their storylines are similar. But I had this like feeling today. I was like, you know, I'm not enjoying this as much as the first. The first one, I knew, I was like, oh, I'm gonna really like this book. I already feel attached to the characters. Like, I see this being like a 5-star read, and this one I'm like, I don't know. I have conflicting feelings about this book. I don't dislike it. I like it. I'm reading a ton of it, but I'm not as attached to this one as the first so far. I don't know. But my plan is to finish this series, and then I would love to squeeze a horror into this month. I really feel like reading a horror book. I've only read one this year, and it's because it was a Darcy Coates Dead of Winter, and it just wasn't very good. And so it kind of threw me off the genre, because I bought a bunch of horror books last year and I was all excited to read horror, and then that book I was just like, wasn't great. So, but I really want to read, I think it's called Like Mother. Something Like Mother. It has like a baby's face on it. It's creepy. I feel like reading a horror. But I think after this series, I'm gonna need like a breather. Like, maybe a standalone horror will do the trick. I just made it a weird goal to like read 150 pages a day. 100's always my goal. but I'm trying to read 150. And these are just not short pages either. But that's what I've been doing. I'm going to edit a video and read. I have 20 pages left for today, and I just made some tea. And then I think I'm gonna relax for the rest of the afternoon and run. I need to run. I broke this nail, so I had to trim all of them. And I don't like them. I need to redo them now that they're a different shape. I'm not liking this as much. But today I think I found the best fidget that I've tried so far. It's been a stressful few weeks. I had my UIL event with my students. We've been STAR testing for 2 weeks, and we still have another STAR test and the pre-ACT. So there's like a lot of stress around those tests and administering those tests as well. And when I'm stressed, I like to watch fidget videos on YouTube and like soap crushing videos and slime videos. And I recently bought, I have my little fidget bag here, which I think is not big enough. I bought the fidget spinner, which I like. So I have different fidgets, but like some of them are louder. Like this one's kind of loud, but sometimes I want that clicky sound. But you can't fidget, I can't fidget with this forever because it starts to hurt your hands because it's a stiffer fidget. This one's a go-to, even though I think I might have made it a little too, I took some of these off and then I put them back on, and now it just kind of is too loose, I feel like. So I have different fidgets, but I wanted the Nido Nice Cube Squishy and a Slinky. And I went to Walmart this morning before school at like 7 a.m. to get that because that's how stressed like I was. And I wanted something to fidget with. And they don't carry it at Walmart anymore, at least not at my Walmart. But I did get my Slinky. Now, I didn't want a normal size Slinky because they're too like large. I wanted a mini one. And I think this is the best fidget because it's small, it fits in your hand, you can like smush it. I was doing this all day. Like I literally fidgeted with this all day, and it fits in my like pocket. It's a very silly thing, and it's pretty quiet. And it was $2, and it came with a pack of 8. I'm gonna give the 2 purple ones to, I have 2 students that we talk about fidgets and they like them, so I'm gonna give these 2 to them. But I have like spares in case I lose one because I really like this. And I also got some mini puzzle cubes, like Rubik's cubes, and I haven't opened them yet. And I didn't get these to solve, just to fidget with. Thought I could open them now. I thought this might be a little bit of a louder fidget. I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's something satisfying about like a Rubik's Cube. And I don't know how to solve this. My brother knows how to solve this, but I don't. But I liked it, and it's like really tiny. I like smaller fidgets. Yes, I like this. I might also give my students some of these. And it's cute, it has little smiley faces. So I got these. I think just feeling this, I still like this more because I like that I can squish it. And then these were like on sale. I got this elephant, and then this, I don't like this one as much. I got it for the elephant, but this little unicorn, but it smushes and then it stays smushed. I thought this was the kind of squishy that like reformed, because I saw a video of this like chocolate bar that you could squish and then it goes back to its normal shape. Like right now there's a lot of videos of like bread that does that. But this guy's funny, so I would spend time trying to reshape him. And I cannot make him look like he did when he first came out of the packaging. But yeah, $2 for a pack of 8. And I like that it's also one single color. I didn't want a metal one, and I didn't want a rainbow one. I wanted just like this is so satisfying. I still might get the Neato nice squishy cube, but yeah, Walmart doesn't carry it, so. I like this magnet one, but it is, like it does make a little bit of a sound, like that. And I can't always do that sound, but I do like the texture of this one. And I know I just showed all of my like fidgets, but this is my new favorite one. I think I'm going to make some more of my little books because I'm obsessed with making a million of these right now. I have a bunch more paper printed. I printed it incorrectly though. It's like light on one side, like you can't even see it. It's like very, very light. You can see the grid on the other side. But I'm not gonna waste all this paper. I'm just going to have books that have one side of the book will be a little bit of a darker grid. So this will probably make 3 or 4 more books. I need 6 more to complete this year and to have enough for next year. I'm just making a ton of these because I really like making them. But I thought I would get on here and do a little update on my new favorite fidget. And if I do get the nice cube, or the Neato cube, it looks like they sell it at Michael's. I do need to go to Michael's to get some more glue. Then I'll show it on here. Yep, I'm gonna make more books. I literally just finished Lightbringer. I have a love-hate relationship with this book because I really did not enjoy hundreds and hundreds of pages of this book until about page, this is 600 pages. Until almost page 500 did I start to enjoy it, where I have the tabs. I really liked the ending though. It really wrapped everything up beautifully, and that made it feel, all these hundreds of pages, it made it feel worth it. But man, this trilogy was a journey. They're all 500 plus pages, and I will say this one was my least favorite out of the three. Come here, my dove. But I really did enjoy the end. So now I get to add it to my April stack of books that I've read and get to write my review. I really didn't use very many tabs with this book. I tabbed the other ones quite a bit, but I enjoyed the first and the second a lot more. For this book, I didn't really care to tab until the very end. And I found that taping the tabs in here, I liked that. I didn't want to take all of them off and stick them on the book. So with this being finished, I'm going to start Carrie. I've always been curious about this book. Now, I don't have very high hopes because I'm not the biggest Stephen King fan. Just of his writing style, I like the movies that are created out of his books, but I've DNF'd like 4 Stephen King books, and I did finish one and didn't like it. So I thought I would try Carrie because I know it's like such a classic Stephen King story, and it's a short read. So I feel like if I hate it, at least I won't have spent like too much time in it. It's only like 207, oh wait. Okay, it's less than 300 pages, and I mean, it's small. Like, this won't take very long to get through. So I'm gonna read this next, and I am excited because I want to switch up genres right now. I want to read a horror. I want to read a standalone book since I've been in this series for quite a while. I want just a single book for now before I go back into a series. But that's my plan. I might start this today, or I'm for sure gonna start it by tomorrow. But I also love the cover. Like, these colors are really cool. We'll see. In my book, I have a little page for Bendy. Now, I'm not like the biggest fan of how this page turned out, but I did start Bendy and the Ink Machine. I've only finished chapter 1, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to keep playing, but I plan to play more over the weekend. When I come home from work, I can be pretty like tired and not want to spend too much time in a game. So I am excited to continue with this. I really like the art style of the game, and I I've been told that the game's not terribly difficult, which I've also discovered on my own, but it's just very pleasing to look at. Like, it's very, I don't know, it's very pretty, and I like just the eerie vibes and the very few little jump scares that I've experienced in the game so far, but I've heard it gets like better and like scarier, I guess. But I really like this little picture of Bendy. I might be finished making all of my little notebooks. I have enough to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have 21 here. I have enough to finish this year and next year, which might just seem crazy, but I mean, if I enjoy doing it, then why not? And I love how they fit in this little fabric box. I have 4 right here, but I'm pressing them in these binder clips so that they're a little bit more smushed. I don't know what the word is, so they're not, like, this one needs to be bent a little bit. But yeah, I have a lot of them. And I mean, since I don't buy them, I like to have them ready for whenever I need. Yeah, so I'm gonna need one of these books soon for May. Let me get these out of here. I had a little bit of a difficult time with April, like feeling connected with this book. I feel like I'm starting to get there, but I had pages that I just really didn't like this one. And I just felt like it took longer for me to feel comfortable in this book as opposed to March. Like, I don't know, March I felt really comfortable in this book. Yeah, so I'm excited to finish April and go into May because I feel like I need to start fresh with a new book. I felt way more comfortable in March than I did in April, in my April book. Now, I still really like this book, and you know, it holds lots of like memories and stuff, but I don't know, I didn't feel as connected to this one. I feel like I'm starting to feel connected to it now that there's like only a week left, but I really enjoyed March. What I did differently, when I started making these books, I made them with the intent to have 2 a month, and I don't like that. That's why I moved out of field notes, because there just aren't enough pages in field notes. Like, I just needed more. I needed more pages. It didn't feel like enough. Now, I really love field notes and might return to them sometime, but I just needed more space. So that's why I decided to make my own, to make them larger. These are 4x6, and to have 50 pages. 50 pages gets me through a whole month, because I don't want to feel like I have to pick and choose what I write, pick and choose what pictures to put in. I want to have like the freedom to do as much as I want in this book. That's why I wanted more pages. When I was in field notes, I felt like I had to be careful with how much I wrote and how many pictures I put in, because I was going to run out of the book. Like, I was going to run out of pages, and that stresses me out. Like, running out of stuff stresses me out, and running out of pages in a book really stresses me out, which sounds silly. But with March, I do have 2 books for March, but I don't like having March split into 2 books. So I realized I just needed to make my books larger, which is what I did with April. And I like how like thick April got. I still have a week, and I started to decorate the back just so I felt a little bit more at home in the book. But I will soon start book 9, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna do a flip through of March and I think I might do a flip through of February, March, and April. Maybe not show every single page, but just kind of show what I did in these books a little bit, and then set up May, which I'm really excited about. But like, Oh, I do really love field notes. They're so like tiny, but I do need 2 for a month. And who knows? Like I said, I might return back to this instead of 1, but I'm really enjoying this size. It's still, you know, small and compact, but it obviously doesn't fit in a pocket like field notes, but that's okay. It still will fit in a small like purse. And there's just more room and more freedom with this size book. I bought this pouch from Shein to hold stickers and tape. Basically, like all my stationery stuff is now in here. I had to move out of these little cute tins that I bought from Walmart. I had 2 of these holding my stickers, and it was just not realistic. When I would open it, all the stickers would like start to come out because I had too many. So I moved into this pouch, which I really like. I actually made it a little smaller. I cut it and sewed it. So all my stickers are in here, and I probably still have too many. And then the stickers, tape. I also just have like random things in here like earplugs, but I really like this cute little pink pouch, and I put everything that like would also be at my desk. I put it in here. I put it in my backpack, take it to work. So it's nice to have everything in like one place. And it's pink and cute. If only my book could fit in there too. But then it'd probably just be way too big.